Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Mysteries from Beyond the Other Dominion. I'm your host, Dr. Franklin Ruehl. Now, the question of the day. Did the Red Baron possibly commit suicide? Roll tape. Roll tape now.
It's time to ask if the Red Baron actually committed suicide. But first, the trivia question of the day. Let me extricate here from its paper prison. The question. What was the Red Baron's first name? Multiple choice, inverse alphabetical order. Was that Wilhelm, Rudolf, Manfred, Lorenz, Heinrich, Gustav, Fritz, Erwin, or Abel? Now the prize, the only prize for the correct answer, one pat on the back that you'll have to administer to yourself. If you want $1 million, call Meredith Vieira. But please, please do not call us. We do not have any operators to take your calls. If we did, we still could not afford prizes. Certainly not $1 million. I'll take a sip of water and be back momentarily with that correct answer. Okay, I'm calling time. Let's take a look at the 9 possible names of the Red Baron. Was it Wilhelm, Rudolf, Manfred, Lorenz, Heinrich, Gustav, Fritz, Erwin, or Abel? Is that your final answer, Rudolf? No, it was Manfred. Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, the ace of aces. And here he is in all his splendor. He's called the Red Baron because he flew a red triplane. Now, he was born in Breslau, Germany, now part of Poland, back in 1892. In 1911, surprisingly, he joined the cavalry. But then when World War I broke out, in 1914, he decided to become a pilot. After just 24 lessons, he flew his first solo mission. And while he did crash the plane, he survived. He shot down his first French fighter in 1916, and in the ensuing year shot down 57 enemy planes, and became known as the Ace of Aces, the Red Knight, the Red Baron. Now, on a fateful day, a Friday, July 6, 1917, a ground machine gunner grazed his head, and that apparently profoundly affected his mind, because his personality changed totally. Indeed, there's a new paper from the University of Missouri at Columbia detailing how he suffered some sort of a traumatic brain injury. It may have been to the frontal lobe, temporal lobe, parietal lobe, or occipital lobe. They're not certain where he was hit. But he began to act in a bizarre fashion. In a restaurant, he put his head down on a table to show off the wound. He began to fixate on enemy planes, flying deeper and deeper into enemy territory where it was more and more dangerous. His mother, his friends, and even himself acknowledged that he had been profoundly changed, as well as in terms of his personality, becoming much more reckless. He was always a careful pilot. The German high command was worried about his action. They pleaded with him to retire. They did not want to lose a national hero. And of course, he's acting as Synosure, bringing in young men to the Air Force. But he refused. And then on a fateful Sunday, April 21st, 1918, after 80 kills, he had killed 23 more pilots during this period. But on that fateful Sunday, he was shot out of the sky and died. Now, as you may know, there's a controversy as to who actually downed the Red Baron. The RAF gave credit to British pilot Roy Brown, but an Aussie pilot also tried to take credit. And then on the ground, there was an Aussie rifleman who claimed he killed the Red Baron. There was also a British machine gunner, a second British machine gunner, and an Aussie machine gunner on the ground, all claiming credit. Then there's a 7th theory that the Red Baron actually survived the crash landing, but Canadian troopers shot him to death. That doesn't seem to hold